Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, Nigeria is broadly believed to be owing approximately $48 billion, especially and particularly to China, because China of course is the only real lender in the international market at the moment. So Nigeria is widely believed to be owing approximately $48 billion to the international community, and especially particularly China. So now out of that $48 billion, $20 billion of that has been accumulated by the Buhari regime. So now that $48 billion, of course, is not all attributable to the Malam Buhari regime. So that has been a build-up of previous regimes up to date, but we have to exclude and exempt the Obasanjo regime because, of course, a lot of you will recall that Obasanjo actually cleared Nigeria's debts before he left office. So we are pretty much going from the Yar'Adua days till date. So from Yar'Adua through Goodluck Jonathan up to date, Nigeria has accumulated a debt profile of approximately $48 billion, a lot of it owing to China. And out of that $48 billion, $20 billion of it has been accumulated by this a special regime of Malam Buhari. So with that set in the background, guys, I bring you this. There is nothing wrong with taking more loans. The presidency. So that's the headline now that we're contending with. So the $20 billion that Buhari has borrowed is not enough now to satiate him. $20 billion, by the way, in 4 years with nothing to show for it, because I'm still asking for anybody to point to a project that Buhari has started and completed in the 4 years that he has been in office. We can point to the projects that Goodluck Jonathan did in his 6 years in office. We can point to plenty of them, but we cannot point to a single project, of course, that Malam Buhari has done now in his now 5 years in office. So again, the headline, there is nothing wrong with taking more loans, headline attributed to the presidency. So now let's now see how this has been justified. The presidency has defended its plans of taking more loans to finance some projects ongoing in the country. Presidential spokesman Femi Adesina, who featured in Southwest Political Circuit, a popular political interview program on Ibadan-based radio station Fresh FM, insisted that there is nothing wrong in taking loans as the country still has more capacity to accommodate such. The presidential spokesperson averred that the loans are being channeled into projects that they are meant for, whilst also pointing out that the huge debt the country is owing was largely borrowed by previous administrations. Adesina further stated that the current figures were within the capacity of the country's gross domestic product GDP to service and repay. The presidential spokesperson said, "Don't forget that the International Monetary Fund IMF came out to say that Nigeria's economy has the capacity to absorb more loans and that Nigeria is taking below what its GDP can afford." IMF said it, and it is on record. Nigeria's GDP can service more loans than it is taking. That is a vote of confidence in Nigeria's ability to repay the loans it is taking. Taking loans to use for development is not a crime, but taking loans to steal and pocket, as we used to have it in this country, is what is a crime. You will find out that even the profile of the loan, Nigerians don't know. Even former President Olusegun Obasanjo gave a lecture where he quoted a figure about what Nigeria owes. The Debt Management Office, DMO, had to come out and correct him. I think he quoted something in the region of $90 to $100 billion debt. The DMO office came to say that all that this administration has taken is a little over $2 billion. The DMO also told us what the People's Democratic Party PDP government left as loans and debts. So a lot of commentators don't know the correct profile. The loans will be used for development, for provision of infrastructure, open up and stimulate the economy. These loans are good because they are used for development, and that is what this administration is doing. The loans are within tolerable limits. So those who are making noise about loans, particularly the outgone government, are only shedding crocodile tears because under them they took loans and pocketed the money, and we didn't see what they did with the loans. But Nigeria is now taking loans, and Nigerians can see what the government is doing with the loans. On the effects of the C19 virus on the economy, Adesina said the Buhari-led administration was already considering all possibilities in its efforts to cushion the effect of the pandemic. He also insisted that claims of the federal government supporting farmers in the north to the detriment of their southern counterparts is coming from a mindset that is one of the banes of Nigeria. Adesina said there is what is called Lake Rice, L-A-K-E rice, which is a collaboration between Lagos and Kebbi states. Is Lagos in the north? No. Rice is grown massively in Ogun State, and is Ogun State in the north? No. Every state has the right to access the anchor borrowers program of the Central Bank of Nigeria, but the CBN has standards and principles and guidelines. Any state that meets the guideline can get the money. Maybe states that are not benefiting for now are not ready to pay their counterpart funds, or not ready to organize farmers into cooperatives. That will not be the fault of the federal government. The funds are available for every part of the country. Anybody who says the federal government is supporting the North against the South on this program is operating from a mindset that is one of the banes of Nigeria. So now, two elements to this, but of course they all tie in together. There's two stanzas to it, the borrowings and then this rice growing scheme, but they are one and the same of each other. So now this the main thing, these people, these Buhari people, they have now borrowed $20 billion. And by the way, bear in mind that $20 billion is borrowing, or it's not the earnings that Nigeria earns from the oil that we sell and whatever it is else that is happening within the economy. So you can multiply that by another at least five times. So we're really talking about a package of like about $100 billion, really, because the Nigerian oil economy is huge, and there are other economic activities within Nigeria that is also huge as well. So the Nigerian economy is one of the top economies. You find that difficult to believe, but that is actually a statistical fact. I'll be doing a video soon on the economies of the world, and you will see where Nigeria rates in there. So Nigeria is a top economy. So that $20 billion borrowing is on top of all of the earnings that the country has earned. So now, out of that now, $100 to $150 billion package that this Malam Buhari administration has handled, what impact can you see on the ground to reflect that 100 to $150 billion package that this Malam Buhari administration has handled? So what infrastructure, what training, what ease of life, how has your life improved in any way at all in the last 5 years within the Nigerian space? How has life eased? What has eased life? What palliatives, what palliation has been put in place by these people with that budget of $100 to $150 billion that they have handled in the last 4 to 5 years? So this is really where the question is. So this is an administration now that has only 2 years left, because 1 year is already gone in their second term, and after 2 more years, the last year of every administration is devoted to electioneering. So what is the Malam Buhari administration able to achieve in the next 2 years, which it was not able to achieve in the past 5 years that it has already been in power. And bear in mind that we have a new chief of staff now. So it's reset and repeat that we're pretty much back to within the Nigerian space now, because of course Abba Kyari would have had 4 years to satisfy himself, so maybe he would have started to ease off. But this new guy that they are now bringing in is still hungry, and he only has 2 years now to catch up with whatever he needs to catch up with. So another, all these borrowings and all these loans, they will take it, of course, and mortgage your future against the loan. But the impact of that loan, nobody will ever see it, because nobody has ever seen any impact of this rather clueless Buhari regime that we're being weighed upon within the Nigerian space. Conversations in the comment section. Here we are again. They are taking more money, having not been able to account for the $100+ billion that has already passed through their hands with nothing to show for it. But they're going to borrow more and mortgage the whole country and then run away to Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Canada, etc. So this is now the narrative. It's very familiar to you, but then of course what is the pathway out of it is really the $1 million question. So come give your $1 million answers in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Carry on this conversation with you in the comment section, but here I say